Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. My name is Dylan Kimlin, and we are live here at KDV Sports, getting underway with some men's open singles action. It's going to be an absolute cracker. My co-host, Adam Hall, sitting with me here today, about to get underway with our Caden Hansel v. Joey Wild matchup. These two know how to play singles, mate.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. And you're exactly right. We're about to commence play here with Caden Hansel to serve to Joey Wild. That one just goes long off the Hansel paddle.
Joey Wild currently playing for the Sydney Smash in Major League Pickleball Australia. Caden Hansel, a captain in the National Pickleball League, representing the Dinosaurs.
Interesting double-handed backhand there from Joe Wild from that spot on the court, Dylan. Normally we see that only at the kitchen line. And boy, oh boy, can he create some spin off that double-handed backhand of his.
So for those that don't know, Caden Hansel comes from an incredibly high tennis background. He was the OG king of the court, Adam. Back in the day, Hansel dominated. Was frequently winning medals, podiuming. It was hard to beat for a long time, so it's not surprising at all to see him here on championship court once more. His opposition, Joey Wild, though, has been tearing it up. On track for a triple crown. Took a gold in the men's doubles as well as the split age category. This will be 3 games to 11, win by 2. Should we get to a third game, players will swap at 6, utilising the Franklin X40s. Franklin, the official ball of Pickleball Australia. Now there's a tied game, 1 apiece.
1-1.
And a very hard drive low into the net there, collecting out Yola steel reinforced net. Yola, of course, one of our major sponsors here at the APC. 40+ pickleball courts all around the grounds at KDV Sport Gold Coast here. They've supplied the nets on all of them. Big thank you to Yola for your support of the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships.
Joey Wild, currently ranked the 4th top player in the open men's singles category for the Australian rankings. Has been tearing it up this weekend.
1-1.
You can just see here, Dylan, Caden Hansel, very comfortable to stay at the baseline.
1-1.
Wants to utilise his strong driving forehand. See him coming into the kitchen now. Ooh. Almost a very nice touch there on the backhand side. So Hansel just trying a couple of different things right now against Joey Wild. And vice versa, Wild trying a couple of different things against Hansel. Early stages of this quarterfinal match.
Oh, called out. Caden going for the highlight. And I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, that camera angle is not zoomed in. Caden Hansel, a very large man.
Imposing, some would say, Dylan.
Intimidating presence at the net. Joey showing these fellas just going ATPs for trade right now. Unfortunately, neither of them landing.
1-3.
Oh, an ambitious shot there from Hansel. Did well to get to the fall of that ball. Joey Wild just pushing that one deep.
3-1.
Forcing the error.
And we've had some incredible games thus far throughout our pool rounds. Adam and I have had the pleasure of walking around and
1-3.
watching the game. So I was speaking to Ray Ware, one of the PAA ambassadors, and we were discussing the APC singles rounds, and he said, mate, this is the Australian Open. We're currently walking around. We get to see the best players in the country go head-to-head and watch them for free. Ray was blown away, and I understand why, because this is absolutely the box office. What a shot there from Joey Wild down the right side.
Yeah, got Caden Hansel at full stretch there, but couldn't lay a paddle on that one. Hansel just inspecting that Franklin X40.
4-1.
Joey Wild, one of the most fashionable men in the Australian pickleball scene. I am a big fan of his hats that he rocks in all of our events.
1-4. Point.
Well, that's a fantastic point there by Caden Hansel. Just almost wrong-footed Wild with that spoony-looking forehand to the right-hand side of the court. Wild was able to get there, but exposed too much of the court, made it too hard for himself. And speaking of exposing the court, Wild's done a fantastic job there just to expose that court on the Hansel side.
So we have these picket fences around our courts, ladies and gentlemen. They are quite tall. Caden's just gone to retrieve a ball and just walked all over it like it was a speed bump in the road.
Oh, what a shot there by Hansel. Commanding position on the kitchen line, middle of the court. A little backhand slap to the right side.
I've been covering Caden for a long time now, Adam. What he is really known for, when he's at that kitchen line, because he is so tall and his arm reach is just so incredibly long, he can hit balls that most people couldn't. A lot of them are attackable. So as a result, as we saw in that last shot, easy put away.
Well, it's an interesting point you bring up, Dylan, because there would be no person in the open men's division as tall as Caden. And so the angles that you can get with the height advantage that he has got would be quite off-putting, especially as you make your way through the draw.
Yep.
You don't have to face a player similar to Hansel.
2-4.
Oh, what a ripping forehand to the right-hand side of the court there.
And there's that tennis background I brought up earlier. Caden, plenty of success with the strings around his rackets. In that instance there, paddle getting the job done.
Side out.
Known for his forehand driving prowess. But it's probably fair to say Joey Wild's a little bit more of an all-round game, Adam.
4-3.
Obviously, we know how good he is in the doubles format.
Side out.
Well, how about the foot speed there? He was truly tested, was Wild, but Hansel with the drop. Yep. Joey Wild has had a lot of success in our various doubles categories
3-4.
since play officially started for him on Friday in the split age category.
Point.
Wild was a gold medalist with Martin Clark in that split age event. What a fabulous event that was. He also picked up a
4-4.
gold medal with Mitch Hargraves in the gender doubles in the open division.
Side out.
And last night just couldn't get it done. He was in the gold medal match against Mitch Hargraves and Danielle Townsend. But unfortunately for he and Rose Van Reek
4-4.
only able to collect the silver medal in that one, but he's in formidable form, Dylan.
Well, it just goes to show how good the Sydney Smash are. considering you mentioned Hargraves multiple times in that sentence, or several sentences, and Joey Wild as well. And that's a terrifying combination. Who knows, we may see a Hargraves Wild matchup later on today. Caden
Side out.
will be doing everything he can to prevent that.
Four.
Well
Line
left
out.
there by Hansel. Got a cheeky look at an ATP there on that backhand side.
Four.
Still a ridiculous angle. Can't believe he pulled that off. Oh, talk about ridiculous angles.
That is exceptional court presence there. Lunging attack with the forehand. Somehow he scooped the ball up, put topspin on,
5-4.
completely blown by Wild there.
That curve, though, insane.
Side out.
I haven't seen Kanan's usual partner in crime, Taylor Smith, normally running around. These two typically play together. Has he been here today?
I did see him actually on Saturday. They were playing together, of course. Very tall man himself, Taylor Smith.
Yeah. From a Padel background, he'll no doubt be enjoying himself here at KDV Sport. I was having an interesting conversation actually with Andy Digasavjevic. She was telling me I've been pronouncing Padel wrong this entire time. And she said, Dylan, you need to start calling pickleball Pickleball, if that's the case. We have a timeout here on the side of Caden Hansel.
Well, might be time for a nice little note for one of our key sponsors, Keaton. Keaton is a leading owner, operator and developer of retirement communities in Australia with over 17,000 residents in more than 75 villages around the country. From vibrant inner city residences to charming coastal communities, they have over 30 years experience in the market and lead with the heart to prioritise well-being, connection and choice for residents and customers. And we couldn't do these events without sponsors like Keaton, so thank you so much for your support of the 2024 Australian Pickleball Championships presented by Trilogy Funds. And we can just see Joey Wild just...
Dangerous signs.
I think he's just clutching there at his hip, just doing some lunges as we speak off the right-hand side of screen there you can see at the net. And he's had quite the event schedule. Obviously, we mentioned he started on Friday in that split age category, but he's gone deep in all of his events.
Yeah.
Gold, gold, silver. So the amount of games that he's had to play, probably nudging now in the 20-plus bracket, I would say, Dylan.
Minimum. And you got to remember, ladies and gentlemen, every single one of those pools, the games are brutal. All of these teams and players they're not easy. So for Joey to do as well as he has, considering how many games and matches he's played in this brutal heat, just a testament to the athlete he is.
Side out.
The forehand there from Wild does go Wild. Left of screen there, out of bounds. Tight match, Dylan.
5-6. Point.
Oh, just long. Hansel ties things up, 6 apiece. Grindy game 1 here. And I do wonder, Adam, now we are up to the day 6 of our APC. And as you mentioned,
Side out.
Joey has played so many events thus far, as well as all of our other players. At what point does fatigue really start to set in?
6-6. Side out.
Well, both these players are part of our national competitions, our PPA MLP format for Joey Wild, and for Caden Hansel, obviously part of our NPL. So in terms of on-court time, these players are very much used to playing these amount of games. but not always in these sorts of conditions. The heat is sweltering at the moment. We are just gone 3:15 here on the Gold Coast at KDV Sport.
6-6.
Oh, Caden Hansel just exploiting the open side of the court with a beautiful forehand finish.
Yeah, quick off the mark there, wasn't he? Very agile, shuffling left to right, that lateral movement, securing the point.
6-6.
Well, Caden Hansel, he's not only an imposing object vertically, but the wingspan on Caden Hansel. It's just so hard to find space to hit around him. And I think Joey Wild's finding that right now.
6-6. Side out.
Might be that in order to get some ascendancy over Hansel, he's going to have to reel him in, get him to the kitchen line as often as he can.
Oh, that passing shot, exquisite. And I do wonder, when we think of Joey Wild, we typically think of how good he is at the kitchen. His net presence is elite. And he is up against someone here, Caden Hansel, who, as we just saw from that passing shot, prefers to play on that baseline. Two different strategies going head-to-head here at our APC Open Men's Singles events. And that's why we love it here in the Australian Pickleball Open divisions, because we do have so many different strategies coming together.
6-7.
That's well done there by Joey Wild. This time exploiting the right-hand side of the court on the Hansel side. I really do think it's hard for Joey Wild to play a game plan of bringing Hansel in, because
7-7.
when Hansel's on serve, it's quite a heavy serve. Very hard to drop the ball into the kitchen. Now that he's brought him in, Dylan, you can see there, clean forehand winner. And it was Hansel opting to come in, Dylan.
Yeah, well,
8-7.
enter Joey's kitchen at your own risk. What a passing shot. Take two. It's not a fluke. Consistency starting to trigger here for Joey Wild. Multiple high-level shots. 2-point lead, 2 points from victory.
9-7. Side out.
And Wild just giving that one everything after creating a great angle. He almost outdid himself with it because Hansel was able to get there with ease. Just pop it back towards the baseline.
7-9.
Wild couldn't chase that one down for a clean shot.
All right, Caden. He's had a couple of successful strikes down that right side already. Does it again. And this one going down to the wire.
Oh, what a finish there by Wild. And appreciation being shown from the crowd too.
Well, we just saw Caden's had a couple passing shots down that right side. Joey Wild recognising it, cutting it off midair. Easy put away. And that brings up a game point situation here for Wild. Currently 10-8.
That one may have caught the baseline. Just skidded out of control for Wild. Not what he expected to be hitting.
8-10. Side out.
It's not an easy shot there for Hansel, trying to rip it down the right side. And Joey has done very well here, continued to chip away.
10-8. Side out.
And a side out at the right time for Caden Hansel. Down in this game one, 8-10.
8-10. Point.
Okay. Another 1 point game. Now we know the calibre of Hansel. And as I mentioned earlier, the sheer amount of success he has had within the Australian pickleball scene.
9-10.
He's be very comfortable in these high pressure situations.
Side out.
And I think that there, we talked about fatigue, Adam. I think that there might just be a lapse of focus. Joey Wild on a game point situation straight into the net. We don't typically see serving errors from Wild.
Side out.
And that ball, I think, was a lot deeper than Hansel thought it was going to be. Great shot at the right time there from Joey Wild. There's an opportunity now to atone for that previous service error.
10-9.
There's that reach. What an angle.
Well, Joey Wild was heading to the left-hand side of the court. He thought he had that one covered, but Hansel had other ideas, decided to break his ankles.
Yep.
And the shake of the head from Wild was actually a notch of appreciation.
9-10.
Oh, easy put away. And this is a 10-10 game. How high can we go? 2 point pickleball. First side or player in this instance to get a 2 point lead will secure this game one.
And this feels like a significant turnaround of momentum now, Dylan. You saw there Wild with various game point opportunities.
10-10.
Hansel's come back from 8-10 down.
Side out.
And Wild there with a clinical finish there. He's not done with yet. And he pulls back service now.
I have a sneaking suspicion, Adam, this is going to be an absolute thriller. Game 3,
10-10.
high probability.
Point.
And Hansel just coughing one up at the wrong time there. He had that point well and truly under control, and he sent that one wide.
11-10. Side out.
I mean, Wild has the 1 point buffer, which we do see in 2 point pickleball, how important it is to have that subtle lead.
10-11.
As Hansel now needs to tie things up before he can reset.
Side out.
And once again finds himself in a game point situation. We are seeing Hansel really relying on that right side drive. He's earned a bunch of points because of it. And Joey's starting to exploit it.
That's a lovely double-handed backhand there from Wild, and he takes out game one of this quarterfinal clash. What a match there. Nice and tight finish, 12-10 to Wild.
Yeah, that was pretty outrageous. 2 point game, which is always good to see for our game one, ladies and gentlemen. I believe we're going to bounce into a quick timeout ourselves here with a commercial break. We'll be back live here at KDV Sport straight after this.
All your life you strive. trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Have you ever slept in an igloo? Explored a city by tuk-tuk? Become friends with locals? You're about to on a small group explorations tour, averaging 16 people. Explore the world, from must-sees to local experiences designed just for small groups. Think small, because small groups do big things. Explorations by Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for this quarterfinal clash in the men's open division. Game one has been taken out by Joey Wild. We're now starting game two here. And a nice drop there from Joey Wild at the feet of Caden Hansel. Yep, Joey Wild taking out game one, 12-10. What a game one that one was, Dylan.
Yeah, it was a nice close one, wasn't it? And I know the crowd are appreciative of the exquisite skills we are seeing on our show court.
Another excursion, another tour, you could say, for that Franklin X40. Big thanks to Collette Tours, Pickleball Australia's official holiday partner. They've been experts in guided travel since 1918, believe it or not, Dylan, offering 170 tours across 7 continents.
Yeah, talking about pickleball holidays, I've been talking to a fair few of our international players that have come across to join our event. Always good to see our friends from other countries getting amongst the Australian Pickleball Championships.
Should give a special shout out actually to Terry from Hawaii. She gave us some gifts.
Yep.
All the way from Hawaii, some pineapple flavored biscuits.
Yeah.
I haven't opened them up just yet. And
That's a great
also
shot.
a stubby cooler.
Yep.
Aloha vibes.
Oh, mate, she understands the Australian market, doesn't she? Stubby cooler and bickies. Oh. And he looked like he had a little bit of a hip complaint earlier in this game, but clearly not the case with drives like that.
I mentioned earlier in game one, Joe Wild would be nudging 20 plus matches. And folks, some of those matches have gone to 3 games, might I add.
Oh, that is ridiculous.
Well, there's that wingspan and court presence of Caden Hansel. He can be everywhere.
I'm sorry, Adam, I'm trying not to laugh. So on our right side of the court, near the gates, our viewers can just see going past, there's none other than a Wesley Vine, who has a big bag of ice sitting on top of his head like a hat. I saw him walk past during that rally. There he is. You can see him on the right. I was trying very hard not to laugh. functional and stylish.
Well, I can see him now. He's looking to come inside the VIP booth.
3-1.
Oh,
Point.
almost a very nice touch there by Hansel, but another point earned for Joey Wild now, 4-1. We haven't seen big leads in game one, and this isn't a very big lead, but it seems like the biggest lead of the match so far.
I do feel like, as we have a timeout here on the side of Hansel, I feel like that this is a big lead, though, considering Joey Wild already has a game one victory under his belt. So to lock up such a quick lead already in this game two is so important.
Well, a smart timeout called here by Caden Hansel just to slow the momentum of Joe Wild, but this would suit Joey Wild down to a tee, giving him an opportunity for an extra break.
Yep.
With ball in hand on service.
And there's that hat of Wes. Look at him in the he's in the VIP booth with our kitchen cam.
You can just see him. He's a bit more of a silhouette, but right down the middle of that net. Second person on the left.
Oh my goodness. We've already got an ice man, Wes. He can't be taking David's title. It almost looks like he's got like tin foil on his head. The gentlemen are returning to the court, and we can restore order on our championship stream. Joey Wild will be bringing it in once more, currently enjoying a 4-point lead here for this game too.
All right, time in. Joey, you have 2 timeouts remaining. Katie, you have 1 timeout remaining. Score is 5-1.
Oh, what a drop there from Joey Wild. Just gets so much roll with that double-handed backhand, Dylan.
Yeah, he's simply put, just one of the best.
6-1.
And continues to be the best. Joey Wild right now running amok. He didn't have much luck with that net last night, now I think about Adam, so the old giveth and taketh away,
7-1.
favouring him with that play.
Oh, what a shot landing on the line there. The backhand flick. And then a flick of the paddle in the hand. Cool hand. Wild, we call him.
Fastest hands in the West.
8-1. 8-1.
Whoa, we get a diving Wild into the kitchen. Go get some ice cubes from Wes while you're at it, mate. That'll be a side out. Great roll there from Caden Hansel.
1-8. Side out.
Yeah, I talked about the focus aspect of things before with Joey Wild on the serve in the net. Scoreboard pressure definitely relevant here for Caden Hansel.
8-1.
Oh, what a lovely forehand at the baseline there. Nothing Wild could do. He made an effort towards it, but a clean winner there from Hansel. And right now, he's regained serve, and he needed to, Dylan. It's a deficit of 7 points now in this first to 11.
Point.
And that's the same shot we've seen repeat entries from here from Hansel. Saw it plenty of times in game one, and he continues to go to the well.
2-8. Side out.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, you are watching a quarterfinal clash in the men's open division. We're into game two. Game one taken out by Joe Wild. Ball in hand now. 12-10.
Oh, And the hands there from Joey, just off, big grin on his face. He knows he had a chance.
Oh, an outrageous pair of gets there from Wild, from left to right.
Just reads it so well, doesn't he? Lightning fast reflexes.
8-3. Side out.
And we have seen a couple of errors off those deep double-handed backhand returns from Wild. But also, as we saw in game one, Wild was having a lot of success when Caden Hansel was coming into the kitchen, so it's a double-edged sword, isn't it?
Just an easy put away there from Wild. The easiest of the match by far. The ball just getting away from Hansel on his paddle there.
8-3.
Continues to build this lead. Hansel just looks a little bit shocked after that game one, Adam, as we've got another timeout here from Hansel.
And right time for this to be happening here, folks, because we've got a 9-3 lead now to Joey Wild. One thing I might mention that I've been impressed with, and we'll get a better look when the gentlemen enter back on court, is just his match management. And by match management, I mean, Dylan, for all our juniors, just the time he takes in between rallies.
Yep.
He's never in a rush to get the point started again when he's not on serve. So you'll quite often see him retrieve the ball, he'll hit it back, he'll turn, he'll patiently walk back to the baseline, and then he'll almost walk past the baseline and turn around when he's ready. Because the server's not going to serve until you're facing them. And quite often we saw in that 14 and under division with Benji Clark and Caruso Little, they were so eager, and I think that was probably a byproduct of being on this fabulous court here at Show Court. But as they get older and mature, I think they'll find that they need to spend just a little bit more time to focus before the serve, whether they're on serve or off serve. It's such a crucial part of match awareness.
Oh, it's great insight, Adam, and I agree entirely. Taking your time. Unfortunately for Hansel, time starting to run out. Big deficit. Can he dig it back? Well, we're about to find out.
You just watch Joey Wild here, closest to camera. Also gives himself a lot of thinking time.
3-9. Side out.
It's just a leisurely stroll, isn't it?
Well, it looks pedestrian, but it's also his style.
To be fair, he could have gardening gloves on and a
9-3.
little garden hose in his hands, the way with his hat and stroll combining. I mean, why wouldn't you be relaxed when you can pull shots like that off?
I think he'd make also an extraordinary beekeeper, Dylan. Anyway, he's got a
10-3.
match point here, Dylan.
And that's down to the shoes.
And Hansel saves the match point there. The powerful shot at the feet of Joey Wild.
3-10. Point.
Hansel just getting another point at this crucial stage of this match. If he's to do it, he's going to have to chase down a 6-point deficit now.
And that's a net roll. And we're seeing that's just Caden's go-to play for the series thus far. Right side drives consistently. Or rather, Caden's right side, our left side. from a broadcast point of view.
And that one going long there off the Hansel paddle. So Joe Wild with another match point opportunity here in game 2 of this quarterfinal clash, Open Men's.
And that's long, and that's the match. Game and match secured by Joey Wild. Just leisurely took that game 2 out for Hansel. All over Red Rover. Joey Wild can continue throughout this bracket. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a bit of a commercial break. And once we return, Adam Hall will be ready with Joey Wild for a quick interview.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximize income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. Well, what a quarterfinal clash we've just seen there between Joey Wild and Caden Hansel. I'm standing with our winner, Joey Wild. He's done it in 2 games there, 12-10 and 11-5. Well done, Joey. You were just telling me off camera you spent a little too much time on court, you think, but going into this next match, I can tell you you'll be up against Tom Evans, and that's going to be some match. How are you going to go in that one, and what are you going to do between now and then to prepare?
Probably just try and get as cool as I can. It's bloody hot out here, especially on this court. Like you said, I was out here for a long time in the heat. Just couldn't get anything past Caden. He's a battler. He didn't give me anything there for free. So we'll see. Tommy next up. We'll see.
Well, it's going to be quite some match. You've spent some 20-plus matches out at the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. You've gone quite deep in all your events, and you're going deeper again in Open Men's Singles. So we wish you all the best. Stay here for more action live from the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. We'll be back very shortly.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximize income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Have you ever slept in an igloo? Explored a city by tuk-tuk? Become friends with locals? You're about to on a small group explorations tour, averaging 16 people. Explore the world, from must-sees to local experiences designed just for small groups. Think small, because small groups do big things. Explorations by Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know. That's the best decision I have made, to move here to Keaton.
Big it up, big it up. Yep. Here in my yeah. Here we go, go. Yeah. We go, go. Yeah. We go, go. Play games like big it up, big it up. Yep. Here we go.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Take a tour with Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918. Choose from 170 expertly planned and expertly led tours worldwide. The must-see sights of the destination as well as local experiences are included, with choice on tour and free time to explore your way. Embrace the freedom of guided travel with Collette.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know. That's the best decision I have made, to move here to Keaton. All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Have you ever slept in an igloo? Explored a city by tuk-tuk. Become friends with locals. You're about to on a small group explorations tour, averaging 16 people. Explore the world, from must-sees to local experiences designed just for small groups. Think small, because small groups do big things. Explorations by Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I have made, to move here to Keaton.
Big it up, big it up.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Take a tour with Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918. Choose from 170 expertly planned and expertly led tours worldwide. The must-see sights of the destination as well as local experiences are included, with choice on tour and free time to explore your way. Embrace the freedom of guided travel with Collette.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I have made, to move here to Keaton.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Have you ever slept in an igloo? Explored a city by tuk-tuk? Become friends with locals? You're about to on a small group explorations tour, averaging 16 people. Explore the world, from must-sees to local experiences designed just for small groups. Think small, because small groups do big things. Explorations by Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I had made, to move here to Keaton.
Big it up, big it up.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Take a tour with Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918. Choose from 170 expertly planned and expertly led tours worldwide. The must-see sites of the destination as well as local experiences are included, with choice on tour and free time to explore your way. Embrace the freedom of guided travel with Collette.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I had made, to move here to Keaton.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Have you ever slept in an igloo? Explored a city by tuk-tuk? Become friends with locals? You're about to on a small group explorations tour, averaging 16 people. Explore the world, from must-sees to local experiences designed just for small groups. Think small, because small groups do big things. Explorations by Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I have made, to move here to Keaton.
Big it up, big it up. Hear in my voice. Yeah. Here we go, go. Yeah. We go, go. Yeah. We go, go. Play games like big it up, big it up.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Take a tour with Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918. Choose from 170 expertly planned and expertly led tours worldwide. The must-see sites of the destination as well as local experiences are included, with choice on tour and free time to explore your way. Embrace the freedom of guided travel with Collette.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I have made, to move here to Keaton.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Have you ever slept in an igloo? Explored a city by tuk-tuk? Become friends with locals? You're about to on a small group explorations tour, averaging 16 people. Explore the world, from must-sees to local experiences designed just for small groups. Think small, because small groups do big things. Explorations by Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I have made, to move here to Keaton.
Big it up, big it up. Here in my Here we go, go. Here we go, go.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. My name's Dylan Kimlin. That's Adam Hall. We're about to get underway with our next set of open men's singles games here at KDV Sports, and we are set for an absolute thriller.
Big time, Dylan. Welcome all viewers to this afternoon clash, this semi-final clash of the open men's division. Warming up on court right now, we have our players. And boy, oh boy, do we have a game for you folks. Furthest to camera, Tom Evans, warming up now, one of our NPL players, and he'll be going up against Joey Wild. Joey Wild, of course, closest to camera, one of our MLP players, currently performing for the Sydney Smash. Both of these players, absolute guns when it comes to singles, but we had some hell of a story to talk about at the start of the year, Dylan, with Tom Evans making waves over the United States.
Yep. Yeah, no, absolutely dominated. And let me tell you, as an Australian fan of pickleball, I was super proud to see Tom Evans. Got into a round of 16, I believe.
Yep.
Had an absolute thriller over there, and the American audiences were blown away by how well he played singles. Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't had the chance to see the captain of the Jalapenos go at it, easily one of the best, and is currently the #1 ranked men's singles player in the Open Division for a reason.
Well, he was genuinely the talk of that tournament over in the US. They just could not believe that we had such a star in the making down under. And since then, he's gone on to have great success in the NPL with the Jalapenos, who he's representing as captain again for their current season. And we see here him looking to pick up, I believe it will be his first singles title, but in his way is Joey Wild in this clash, his semi-final clash at the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. One thing I've noticed about Tom Dillon and that he brings to his game is a huge serve,
Yeah, it's exactly right. He has an outrageous wingspan, and as a result, he probably has one of the most aggressive serves in the Australian pickleball scene. Believe me when I say it comes off very, very fast. Typically when we see events at the Jar where he does play for the National Pickleball League, you often see people get jammed up a lot, and we'll see that what happens here today. For his opposition, though, Joey Wild, he has had an absolutely incredible tournament thus far.
Well, he certainly has. He made it through just on show court before, and that's quarter-final clash. A long game one there against Caden Hansel, but here we are in game one of this semi-final. Players on court, ready to get underway. Just receiving maybe some final extra instructions from our referee there. Big thank you to all our referees doing a fabulous job across these 40 pickleball courts. 1,300 players at this one, folks.
This here is a 1v4 in the seedings. Wild ranked 4th in Australia. Has ball in hand, set for a thriller 0-0.
An aggressive play style straight away from Tom Evans. Return of serve and then straight to that kitchen line. First forehand just going wide there.
I was just speaking to Deborah Rossi, the captain of the NPL team, the Parrots. We're watching Tom play earlier today in singles, and Deb was remarking just how, not only how tall Tom is, but he is incredibly agile, very fast on the court. So it's going to be interesting to see these two go head-to-head.
Well, in pickleball, you don't often see sliding on court, but we do see that with one of our other NPL stars in Adam Dagmar. But we do from time to time see a lot of sliding from Tom Evans. He covers the court at exceptional speed.
Well, to me, he's quite literally pumping the brakes because he's just running so fast. That is perfect. Joey Wild down the left.
And we are going live into our fabulous event village, Dylan. So many store holders over the last 6 days. If you are in the event village enjoying this one on the big screen, hello to you. If you want to get a little bit close to the action, plenty more seats available at our spectator seating around show court here. We've also got the fabulous VIP booth. Been pinching some cold drinks out of there, Dylan.
Yeah, I've been eyeing off the sausage rolls and whatnot as well myself. But conditions on our court currently still a little bit warm. Sun setting, however. And there's that slide. The wind blowing to the right side. We can see our flag there at the back right of screen, giving you a fair indication of what the players are currently dealing with.
That one goes wide there off the Wild paddle. And we spoke in the last game, Dylan, about match management. You'll see a very similar style from Tom Evans here. Just taking his time to regain composure between points, between rallies. Oh, what a backhand finish there from Tom Evans. Got Joey Wild at full stretch and beat the paddle.
Oh, there it is. Just the court coverage of this young man. He's able to get everything back with ease, and that there is not an easy shot, ladies and gentlemen. Pushing it down the right side, the 6-0. Ambassador, approved athlete, once again with a highlight.
An easy point there for Evans.
And they're the ones that sting in singles. Can't get them back. 2 unforced error off the paddle of Joey Wild, and we see a timeout as a result. We did see Joey Wild clutching his hip earlier on today in the last game that we called. We hope he's okay, but the conditions are so warm at the moment, so I imagine fatigue is definitely a thing that the players have to be concerned about. Tom Evans hasn't played as many events throughout this tournament as Joey Wild, and we do wonder whether that's another factor we need to consider. Our official Mark Delaney calling this one. A superstar he is. He had a brief hiatus from the tournament space. Now he's back into it once more. Here having a chat to one of our PAA ambassadors, Ray Ware.
Well, I did have a good chat with Joe Wild after that quarterfinal clash, just to ask him how his hips were feeling. We noticed on the right of screen that he did take a lot of time to stretch, and he just mentioned he's just got general soreness, to be honest, Dylan, so no injury concern, so to speak. But obviously he's played over 20 matches now, been representing himself in multiple categories, multiple divisions. He's got a lot to show for it. A few gold medals. He's looking to medal in this one too, with the open men's singles division.
Oh, exquisite. Once again, Tom Evans. They are shots that are down at his feet, ladies and gentlemen. He's able to flick them up and pluck them away.
And there's that pace on that serve, just forcing the error there from Wild. It is distinctly more speed off this Evans serve than anywhere else around these courts, Dylan.
Well, and I mean, how often do we see people that want to practice a power serve, but they typically do an illegal power serve? This here is a quintessential example of how to do it properly and generate high rates on it. Now, we just heard from our Yola net just how fast it comes off the battle.
Well, a side out now for Evans, and it's danger time for Wild. 8-2 in this game one of this open men's semi-final clash. That one goes wide.
And that's the third service that has resulted in either a 1 point for Tom Evans. I'd love to get a speedometer on just how fast it is. Oh, how well is that disguised? Just plucking it to the left side.
Yeah, phenomenal display here from Tom Evans, and he goes to 10-2 here with a game point in game one of this semi-final match, and just whips that forehand to absolute perfection, taking out game one here, 11-2. Well, that was a pretty decisive victory, I got to say, Dylan.
You know, it's crazy, right? Because we do look at opens players, and some of them are referred to as opens or singles specialists. Tom Evans is not a singles specialist. He's deadly in the doubles game as well. But he is currently ranked #1 in singles. And that just goes to show you, Joey Wild, one of the best in the country, currently ranked #4. And that was an 11-2 victory.
Yeah, well, I mean, Evans is renowned as a singles specialist, a true singles specialist. And in the NPL format, Dylan, we should say there's a lot more play for the singles side of our game in comparison to what Joey Wild performs in, which is the PPA MLP Tour. Now, the PPA does have singles divisions, and the MLP format will include a single style of play if we get to one of those magical dream breakers. But it should be said that Tom Evans certainly plays a lot more singles than Joe Wild, and with a dominant performance like that, you can see how that training and those extra matches really have improved his game.
Well, extra matches is definitely the theme for this particular match as well. As we mentioned, Joey Wild just simply more hours on the court throughout this APC thus far. I think for Tom Evans, he's obviously played admirably well, but Joey Wild, tired legs.
Yeah, he's just making his way back out onto court now, just taking every extra moment that he's afforded. The referee just looking at his stopwatch there. Going to usher the players back out onto the baselines to play. Tom Evans has been standing there for some time. He's got ball in hand now, ready for service. And we're back for game 2. And a long serve to get us started there, Dylan.
And I do wonder how Joey is going to change his game up here once more after that game 1 deficit. We saw how well he played earlier today. And unfortunately, that serve is just running riot here at KDV Sports.
1-0.
Absolute velocity coming off of that Evans paddle.
Well, I'm really looking forward to this camera angle behind the back here of Tom Evans. You're going to see just how he hits these forehands and how much he rolls his shoulder. He's able to create such torque on his serve, and his forehand has that same attribute.
You know, I often refer to Martin Simpkins, one of our legends of the Australian scene, as Scud. I call him Scud Simpkins because his serve is so fast. We might have our own Scud here in the open scene. Tom Evans. That drive angle is just ridiculous. So low, so deadly. Forcing the side out once more.
Well, it's just power hitting right now, Dylan, with absolute ferocity.
Angle goes wide. And that's better from Joey Wild.
Well, importantly for Wild now, he gets service back. Gets to stem this flow off the Evans paddle.
That's called wide. We have a challenge on the side of Evans. There we go. Official Delaney has confirmed it is in. These fellas are both model professions. They understand. Quickly move into the next one.
Oh,
And
that's a lovely backhand drive at the sideline on the left-hand side of court to camera. Absolutely nothing Wild could do about that one. He came to the kitchen line. He had the middle of the court covered, but he needed to go wide.
Just an absolute laser, Evans is, when he strikes those balls. Very flat, very low over that net. Hard to return.
0-4.
Net roll working in Joey Wild's favour. Gets his first points on the board, 1-4. And we saw a similar play style with Caden Hansel regarding when he does get to the kitchen line, he has a ridiculous arm reach. He can just get everything back. Tom Evans does enjoy sitting in the middle of the court. He plays mixed doubles the same sort of way. That reach that I'm talking about, look at that. Goes wide, but still got a clean purchase.
You see time and time again, Evans never lets a ball go. He's always looking to make his opponent play one extra shot, believing that if he can, he'll be able to chase that next ball down, and more often than not, he can.
That's a great drive, Joey Wild. And we've just seen 2 points, well, the last 2 points he's earned have been down that left side. Considering how lethal the double-handed backhand from Tom Evans is. Just goes to show you how precise Joey Wild can be.
2-4.
What a play there by Evans, just continuing to just relentlessly go down that sideline. Joe Wild thought he was going to go for the open side of the court.
4-2.
Oh, there we go. He read it like a book.
That's a nice confidence-boosting finish there from Wild. Quite often you see Tom Evans with his aggressive style, finishing points after 1, 2, 3 shots. On that occasion, Wild, short, sharp finish in that rally.
And that angle was pretty crazy. You see Joey having some slip issues. Oh, that's just floated long. Unfortunate for Joey Wild. Aiming for that deep corner. We have a timeout here on the side of Joey Wild, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to have a timeout ourselves and bounce to a quick commercial break. Live here from the Game 2 of the Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. We'll be back live straight after this.
You push yourself to perform. So do we. For over 25 years, investors have trusted Trilogy Funds to maximize income while preserving capital. So for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for the semi-final clash of this all-important Game 2 of the Open Men's Division. Tom Evans, top of screen here on serve. Furthest from screen, you've got Joey Wild, who's currently a bit of a deficit to chase down in this Game 2 semi-final clash, Dylan.
Yeah, well, considering... Oh, that's a body. Joey reads it well, though. Shoulder check. Put away, considering that Evans did win the Game 1. And he's just given us heart palpitations, jumping over fence. We got CEO of the MPL, Ron Sheld, watching by. If I saw my prize product jumping around like that, I'd be a little bit concerned. Boundless energy.
That is an outrageous changing of angle, changing of momentum, double backhand winner from Tom Evans.
How do you defend that? Need some go-go gadget, Inspector Gadget arms to reach that and hope for an ATP. Come to think of it, didn't... No, Annalie Waters did go viral, but it was a... Rather than going for an ATP shot, she played something similar to that. And we were just talking off air, ladies and gentlemen. Evans is automatic. He gets the ball, immediately goes to the service position. It's almost intimidating to play against. Intimidating indeed. That one goes long though. Bit too much oomph.
That one does go long at a crucial time in this Game 2 of this semi-final match. Very important here that Wild has got on serve because he needs to chase down a large number of points in this one.
Oh, how good is this? Oh, cat and mouse play style. That is high-level singles pickleball.
Well, dare I say it, that was the longest dink rally of this entire match, Dylan. And Wild let off a great cheer about that one. He may have got a little lucky. I thought that ball was very high. Evans went for it, put it into the net.
And we have a challenge here from Evans, confirmed by official Delaney. It is out. This is a good little passage here for Joey Wild. Oh, there we go. Joey Wild ripping it down the right side. Momentum changing here, Adam.
Indeed it is, Dylan, and the crowd is just showing their appreciation. We've got a lovely crowd filled up our grandstand seating, being treated now. High performance pickleball right here at the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships.
And repeat entries down the left side. This packed crowd enjoying it. Enjoying this consistent strategy from these players. And how privileged are we to be able to see this here at KDV?
9-5.
Evans swings for the skies. There we go. He's almost fidgety. He reminds me of like a Steve Smith kind of character, Adam. One of the bigwigs behind the Sydney Smash, if that serves me right. I'll be cheering on Joey Wild as we speak.
Nice aggressive forehand at the baseline there by Evans.
9-5.
Ray Ware nearly had a Tom Evans in his lap just then. That sliding effort.
We're just going to take a short referee timeout here. We might take an opportunity for ourselves to have a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll have the rest of this Game 2 match of this semi-final Open Men's Clash live from the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships.
You push yourself to perform, so do we. For over 25 years, investors have trusted Trilogy Funds to maximise income while preserving capital. So for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. We are witnessing Joey Wild trying to go down the right side in this game too. Tom Evans did take game one. However, Evans was defending a couple of points there because Wild suddenly had the momentum. Fair to say it was a good timeout.
9-5.
That one just going long there off the Evans paddle. Just seeing some longer and longer rallies now, Dylan. Earlier in this match, we saw Tom Evans quickly finishing a lot of points, aggressively getting into that kitchen. You can see it there off the return of every serve. Wanting to dictate play immediately. Doesn't want to play out long rallies. Wants to use his foot speed.
Oh, my goodness. Without a doubt, he is the number one for a reason.
Well, I said earlier, the torque that he gets out of that forehand, he just twists his hips with such ferocity, generates so much power. Can often be hard to read whether he's in fact going to go from left to right.
10-5.
And that there is the match secured. Evans will move through to the gold medal. Joey Wild, what an admirable effort he has had this tournament. High number of games played, but his campaign is over. Well, the gold campaign at least anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to jump into another commercial break, and once we return, we will have Adam Hall live ready to go with an interview with our winning team.
You push yourself to perform, so do we. For over 25 years, investors have trusted Trilogy Funds to maximise income while preserving capital. So for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. We've just witnessed the semi-final in the Open Men's Division between Joey Wild and Tom Evans. I'm standing with our winner, Tom Evans, who did it in 2 games, 11-2, 11-5. Tom, very impressive performance. You're moving on to the gold medal match. We all watched earlier this year when you made it through the round of 16 over in the US. Just tell me what it means, though, to come back to Australia and be heading on to the gold medal match at the Australian Pickleball Championships.
Yeah, I mean, I had a great run in the US a few months ago. It's great to be back here, and it's tough when you kind of feel a little bit expected to win certain matches, and it's obviously people play up to you. But yeah, I'm feeling great. Joey's a very tough opponent. Early in the year, he almost beat me. In three tight sets. It's never an easy match against Joey, so I'm glad to be through.
Well, mate, you are moving on to the gold medal match, and we're so looking forward to it. Shall I say, we all somewhat expected it, but no pressure, my friend. We're hoping you just perform to the standard that you want to perform, and we're sure we're going to be watching you for many more years to come. So thank you so much for that semi-final performance. For all our viewers at home, don't go very far, because not too long from now, we're going to have that gold medal match. Tom Evans back on show court from the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Have you ever slept in an igloo? Explored a city by tuk-tuk? Become friends with locals? You're about to on a small group explorations tour, averaging 16 people. Explore the world, from must-sees to local experiences designed just for small groups. Think small, because small groups do big things. Explorations by Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop,
That's the best decision I had made, to move here to Keaton.
Big it up, big it up. Hear in my voice. Yeah. Here we go, go. Yeah. Here we go, go. Yeah. Here we go. Play games like big it up, big it up.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Take a tour with Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918. Choose from 170 expertly planned and expertly led tours worldwide. The must-see sights of the destination as well as local experiences are included, with choice on tour and free time to explore your way. Embrace the freedom of guided travel with Collette.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I have made, to move here to Keaton.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Have you ever slept in an igloo? Explored a city by tuk-tuk? Become friends with locals? You're about to on a small group explorations tour, averaging 16 people. Explore the world, from must-sees to local experiences designed just for small groups. Think small, because small groups do big things. Explorations by Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I have made, to move here to Keaton.
Big it up, big it up. Clear him up. Yeah. Here we go, go. Yeah. Here we go, go. Yeah. Here we go, go. Play games like big it up, big it up. Clear him up.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Take a tour with Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918. Choose from 170 expertly planned and expertly led tours worldwide. The must-see sites of the destination as well as local experiences are included, with choice on tour and free time to explore your way. Embrace the freedom of guided travel with Collette.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I have made, to move here to Keaton.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Have you ever slept in an igloo? Explored a city by tuk-tuk. Become friends with locals. You're about to on a small group explorations tour, averaging 16 people. Explore the world, from must-sees to local experiences designed just for small groups. Think small, because small groups do big things. Explorations by Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I have made, to move here to Keaton.
Big it up, big it up. Here in my yeah. Here we go, go. Yeah. We go, go. Yeah. We go, go. Play games like big it up, big it up.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Take a tour with Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918. Choose from 170 expertly planned and expertly led tours worldwide. The must-see sights of the destination as well as local experiences are included, with choice on tour and free time to explore your way. Embrace the freedom of guided travel with Collette.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I have made, to move here to Keaton.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Have you ever slept in an igloo? Explored a city by tuk-tuk? Become friends with locals? You're about to on a small group explorations tour, averaging 16 people. Explore the world, from must-sees to local experiences designed just for small groups. Think small, because small groups do big things. Explorations by Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I had made, to move here to Keaton.
Big it up, big it up.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Take a tour with Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918. Choose from 170 expertly planned and expertly led tours worldwide. The must-see sights of the destination as well as local experiences are included, with choice on tour and free time to explore your way. Embrace the freedom of guided travel with Collette.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I had made, to move here to Keaton.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Have you ever slept in an igloo? Explored a city by tuk-tuk? Become friends with locals? You're about to on a small group explorations tour, averaging 16 people. Explore the world, from must-sees to local experiences designed just for small groups. Think small, because small groups do big things. Explorations by Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I have made, to move here to Keaton.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Tour with Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918. Choose from 170 expertly planned and expertly led tours worldwide. The must-see sites of the destination as well as local experiences are included, with choice on tour and free time to explore your way. Embrace the freedom of guided travel with Collette.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I have made, to move here to Keaton.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Have you ever slept in an igloo? Explored a city by tuk-tuk? Become friends with locals? You're about to on a small group explorations tour, averaging 16 people. Explore the world, from must-sees to local experiences designed just for small groups. Think small, because small groups do big things. Explorations by Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I have made, to move here to Keaton.
Big it up, big it up.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Take a tour with Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918. Choose from 170 expertly planned and expertly led tours worldwide. The must-see sights of the destination as well as local experiences are included, with choice on tour and free time to explore your way. Embrace the freedom of guided travel with Collette.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I had made, to move here to Keaton.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. My name's Adam Hall, and on court we have our players just warming up, doing their final preparations for this gold medal of the Open Men's Singles event here at the Australian Pickleball Championships. Joining me in commentary, Mr. Dylan Kimlin. Dylan, welcome to this match, welcome to this afternoon, and what are we expecting in this battle of these two extraordinary players, Tom Evans and Harrison Brown? The Harrison Brown story is reverberating around this event village.
Yeah, hello everyone and welcome. This is going to be an absolute tight-net, close contest. I can tell you that. We have official David J and President of Pickleball Australia, Jen Rammer Murphy, just speaking to Brown and Evans. Tom Evans, the captain of the Jalapenos for the NPL, is up against another NPL player in Harrison Brown, who currently plays for the Caterpillars. Sorry, our producer Dave just wanting to get in on the action as well. This will be 3 games to 11, win by 2. Should we get to a third game, the players will rotate at 6, utilising the Franklin X40s. Franklin, the official ball of Pickleball Australia.
And the coin toss just happening there with our head referee, David J, who's been doing a fabulous event over these last 6 days, it should be said, Dylan.
Yeah, and it does look like Jen will be our off-siding official as well. So fair to say, we got the big bosses in the booth. David J, the head official for Pickleball Australia. And Jen Rammer Murphy, the president of Pickleball Australia. Boys, don't muck up. You're going to get told off if you do.
The players look like they're ready at the baselines for this gold medal Open Men's Singles at the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. Brown to serve. And a Point called. I wasn't sure if that was in or out, but Harrison Brown started like a flash.
Yeah, we just watched his semi-final against Andy Horridge, and he was playing some terrific pickleball. Very strong drive. And what a pickup. His campaign has started strong.
Well, he looks a little casual, but maybe that's just his laconic style, shall I say, Dylan?
Yeah. Cool as a caterpillar, mate. That's gone wide. Tom Evans, we saw against that semi-final with Joey Wild, played out of his skin. One of the fastest serves in Australian pickleball. Here it is. And it results in a first point.
1-2.
It should be said that Tom Evans in that semi-final clash had a good little tussle there with Joey Wild, but ultimately winning in 2 games, 11-2, 11-5. So he spent a little bit less time on court than Harrison Brown.
Oh, angles elite once more. Tom Evans flicking that down the right side. And we're seeing some sliding here from Brown. Tennis background, maybe?
Well, both our players here,
3-2.
they're hot on their feet. You're going to see a lot of sliding in this one, folks.
Well, considering Wet and Wild is just down the road, no wonder we're seeing some slip and slides. And that ball has been confirmed in by official Jay. Terrific shot there by Harrison Brown in the corner, taking the ball back once more.
I mentioned off the top of the broadcast there for Harrison Brown,
2-3.
the story of Harrison Brown was reverberating around Event Village. Our 11th seed, Dylan, in this open singles tournament. He's taken down some absolutely huge names on his path to get here to this gold medal match.
Oof. That one is gone, Adam. Have you got some of those names there that Harrison's beaten to get through to this gold?
Yes, well, in the semi-final clash, he took on Andy Horridge and took him down. And in our quarterfinal clash, Mitchell Hargraves, a huge scalp. Former winner at this very event. A real legacy player is Mitchell Hargraves.
Andy Horridge and Mitch Hargraves. Currently, they're ranked 2 and 3 open men's singles players in the Australian rankings. Tom Evans, of course, number 1. May have a potential giant killer here in Harrison Brown, though.
And for Tom Evans, he started well here.
Oh, that's just gone wide, the net roll. Kicking it outside of the line. Oof. Pace off that double-handed backhand. The Yola net doing its job once more. Thank you to Yola for getting behind the Australian Pickleball Championships. All the nets provided on our 40 courts. Bearing the Yola symbol. We've seen a bunch of their paddles being utilised. Lights are on. The stars are shining. And we have some electric pickleball here at our 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships.
Well, that was a real nice winning forehand there down the right hand of court on screen there.
4-7.
Oh, what a shot. To our players in the player village, if you are available, pop on down to the grandstands, ladies and gentlemen. Still got some seating available. This game has it all.
And lofty forehand goes long there off the Evans paddle. Just looking to buy himself a little extra time after a great shot there by Brown to the baseline.
4-7.
Unfortunately, that ball goes long. And that one goes wide now. We see Harrison Brown on serve. Starting to accumulate some points. Both players played almost a half dozen matches to get here, Dylan. Just taking their time.
5-7. Right out.
Yeah, typically Tom Evans, one of the taller players on the court,
7-5.
dwarfed by Harrison Brown.
Oh, well, backhand to backhand. Harrison Brown take a bow. What a winner there on his.
How often do we see cross-court dinking like that, Adam? We are being treated here at KDV for your Monday afternoon pickleball.
Point.
And Harrison Brown is really tearing it up here. He's done well considering the lead Tom Evans had at the start of this game.
Well, we just saw there that Tom Evans was able to actually get to that ball. He's got that rangy wingspan.
And the drop, the drive. We have a tied game.
This is interesting now, Dylan. We saw earlier in that semi-final clash against Joe Wild, a taller statured opponent, but Evans was able to overcome him with relative ease. This is proving to be a bigger challenge for Evans right now.
Yeah, a couple of unforced errors. Keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, that each player does get 2 timeouts per game and 1 medical timeout for the duration of the match. Harrison Brown has done well to chip away and now takes a 1-point lead. Oh,
my
there
goodness.
it is. That there is our tournament play of the weekend. My goodness, Adam. Incredible by Harrison Brown.
Well, that was incredible, and Tom Evans has called for a timeout, a thinking timeout. He's got plenty of thinking to do in this one, Dylan. Well, after the finish of that rally, I think we might need to take a breath, take a break. We'll be back very shortly at the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships.
You push yourself to perform. So do we. For over 25 years, investors have trusted Trilogy Funds to maximize income while preserving capital. So for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships.
Sorry, Harrison,
We are currently underway with an absolute screamer for your Monday afternoon. Harrison Brown serving, currently enjoying a 2-point lead here for this game 1 of the Open Men's Singles Gold.
And a nice put-away finish there from Tom Evans. He called for the timeout. We called it a thinking timeout. And he's come out of that and regained serve after looking so dominant all throughout this first game of this gold medal in the Open Men's Singles. He's back on serve now.
Ooh, just wide. See what Evans was trying there. I have to say, Adam, just sheer size here for Brown. He covers a very large percentage of the court just from his wingspan.
Yeah, we're starting to see a trend in the singles matches. Almost like the bigger you are, the bigger player you become.
Oh. And that screech from Brown somehow still got paddled the ball.
8-9.
Oh, and the net roll at this time of the match, Dylan. How cruel. Doesn't cost him a point, however. Harrison Brown will be back on serve, though, with a 1-point lead. First to 11 in this game 1 gold medal match, open men's singles.
And that brings up a game point situation for Brown here. I referred to him as the giant killer at the start, Adam.
10-8.
Will he prove me right for this game 1? Yes, he does. Game 1 secured. And Brown is absolutely lighting it up here for this Sunset Pickleball at KDV Sports. Game 1 secured, Adam. My goodness, he did that with ease.
Well, I mean, look, the scoreboard in the end says 11-8, but the way that he actually came from behind there was quite telling, Dylan. I mean, he chased down some deficit, and that final point just right there, a forehand winner cross-court from Evans. We've seen time and time again, Evans has been able to get to the reach of every single ball. But in this match, there's been some clean winners going behind his back.
Yeah, I almost feel like Evans wasn't as striking it as well as we typically see from him. I'm just curious to see whether, you know, the pressure pickleball aspect of it, the mental mind games we see in our, you know, we've got a large crowd here watching this as well. So we'll see if Evans bounce back. He is a superstar. He is the #1 ranked singles player in Australia for, you know, with the Australian rankings. You just see him on the sideline here, reassessing some things.
Look, I do expect that he will rise to the occasion here. I think he'll welcome this challenge. And I do say challenge because he's gone relatively unchallenged throughout this tournament event so far. This would be his pet event.
Yep.
He's widely regarded as a singles specialist. Has been a fast riser in the doubles scene, but this is where he's really made a name for himself. We spoke earlier today about how well he went over in the US, making to a round of 16 here. There, should I say. But back here in Australia, game 2, gold medal, open men's singles underway.
And for Tom Evans, immediately
1-0.
has bounced back with the first points of this game 2, service error. And that there's a side out. It'll be 0-1. Incredible once again. Evans so strong in that kitchen line.
1-0.
Oh, called wide. That was so close. And we've just had a question from Harrison Brown regarding whether it did strike Tom Evans paddled, which it was confirmed it did not.
2-0.
We are seeing a slight tactics change here from Evans, immediately transitioning to the kitchen line, and as a result, delivers a quick couple of points for his side of the court, 3-0.
Well, that's more of what we're used to from Evans. Commands that kitchen line, gets in the middle of the court. He's having to use a little more precision over power at the moment to get that ball nice and wide.
Whoa, nearly pulled the back swing off. And the net roll working for Evans.
4-0.
And there's the power aspect behind the Evans paddle. And we see now a timeout called by Harrison Brown. 5-0 to Tom Evans. Well, it's been a hot start by Evans, but we did see that in game 1, Dylan.
Yeah, and that's going to be telling whether Harrison Brown continues to bounce back like he did in game 1 or whether Tom Evans continues this lead. I'm interested to see, you know, I did say that subtle tactics change, whereas Harrison Brown continues to play the same way he did. Whereas we know he's a superstar, Tom Evans, always adaptable, and as a result, currently enjoying a 5-0 lead.
Well, Tom Evans, I mentioned before, has been challenged. I'm just wondering, has he got another gear, Dylan? Has he got another gear? Has he got more energy? Has he got more creativity? And will we see those shots come out? Because this is a gold medal match at the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. Looking at our #1 seed with ball in hand, ready to bring us back into play now.
And he continues, currently has a 6-0 lead, 6-0, one of our store holders here at the Player Village for APC. And they would be very pleased to see what Evans is doing with that 6-0 paddle currently. Oh, the pirouette from Evans.
Well, how about the athleticism there by Tom Evans at that kitchen line? Just able to vertically leap. The inflection on that wrist to slap that ball down on the backhand side.
And here we go. We talked about his service. Official J calling an illegal serve there on Tom Evans. Evans just asking the question.
0-7.
And Harrison Brown follows it up with an out ball.
Gotta be down, Harrison. Gotta be down. 7-0.
That's gone wide. Tom Evans continues to build this lead.
8-0.
Oh, diving effort. And I have seen Tom Evans do that multiple times, Adam. He consistently throws himself around the court. Just sheer dedication to the craft. However, Harrison Brown, so strong, gets the service back.
Well, I'm intrigued by Harrison Brown, Dylan, because he just looks so effortless. He never looks out of breath. And I mentioned he's got this sort of laconic, casual style.
Yeah, very relaxed.
8-0.
It's a nice deep return there from Brown. We see the heat now on Tom Evans' serves. One of the renowned fastest servers in this country, Tom Evans.
Oh, cat and mouse is so good. Evans dominant once more. Just reads the play.
Well, that was a really smart decision by Evans, just to go back to the same sideline.
8-0.
And that is perfect. I'm pretty sure I just heard Harrison Brown just say, that's good. And that's exactly what it is.
Well, for Tom Evans,
9-0.
game 2 is looking like it's going his way. And bringing up now his 10th point of the match, 10-0 in game 2 of this gold medal match. Game 1 taken out by Harrison Brown.
And that's a pickle.
Point and second game.
11-0. You asked if Tom has another gear, Adam. And that there just shows Richter scale to 11. He has absolutely pumped this one. And wow, not much more can be said.
Well, ask and you shall receive, Dylan. Really interesting game 2 there from the point of view of the fight back from Tom Evans. A surprising game 1 loss with Harrison Brown playing exceptional pickleball even in that game 2. But Harrison Brown taking out that first game 11-8, but then the response, the immediate response, the definitive response from Tom Evans. 11-0 in that game 2 of this gold medal open men's match. We might take a short break. When we come back, we're going to have the decisive game 3 of the open men's gold medal final.
You push yourself to perform. So do we. For over 25 years, investors have trusted Trilogy Funds to maximise income while preserving capital. So for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Game 3 of this gold medal match in the open men's final here at the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships underway. And Harrison Brown there on service. But unfortunately, hitting that one into the net. Tom Evans now with ball in hand. And Tom Evans with a decisive Game 2 victory there, Dylan.
Yeah, decisive is the only word you can use. It's absolutely crazy. Oh my goodness, you're joking.
Well, that was almost impressive if he could have got that over. Just how quick his mind works to change his mindset of what sort of shot he thought he was going to have to hit to what sort of shot he ended up having to hit. That Yola net cord. Tight match. That one just going wide there off the Evans paddle.
2-0.
Oh, sliding effort once more. Brown trying his heart out.
And this time a favourable net roll for Evans. And another favourable net roll for Evans there on the service.
1-2.
We don't do lets in pickleball, folks, so that was a legal serve.
The net really getting involved here. We've seen it influencing play in the last couple of minutes.
2-2.
And that's wide once more. Double-handed backhand down the left side.
3-2.
Left side again. Evans continues to hit his mark. And there's that service. Just keeps doing damage. Keeps chipping away and building a lead.
And Harrison Brown just letting out some frustration at the net there. We've seen 4 to 5 times now he's hit it.
Oh, angle is good. Evans with that outrageous reach, pushing it down to the kitchen. And as we are at a game 3, ladies and gentlemen, the players will swap at 6. I will say conditions are just about perfect, Adam.
They're absolutely perfect, and you can see those flags in the background when we're looking at the other camera angle. Thank you very much, Dave. Not blustery at all. We've seen some very windy conditions over the last 6 days, but on day 6, happy to say the conditions have got nothing to do with pickleball this evening. And as the sun is setting, crowd around this court are loving what they're seeing in this open men's gold medal match, this singles event, this specialist event for Tom Evans. But he has been challenged, Dylan, going down in that first game to Harrison Brown, potential giant killer. Went down 11-8, but in that game too, what a formidable, dominant performance there. Taking that one out 11-0. We're now into game 3. Tom Evans with a 6-2 lead.
Yeah, I mean, the question's been asked of Harrison here. He's on the big stage. He's got a crowd watching. Gold medal on the line. Up against the #1 singles player in the Australian rankings. And he has to defend. Otherwise, 3 points away
8-2.
from an Evans gold medal. That is too good. Harrison Brown enjoying that one, and that might be the confidence booster he needs, Adam.
Well, that was some hell of a rally there, and the appreciation was actually even shown by Tom Evans at the end there with a around the back clap. Harrison Brown needed to pull something special out. He's regained service now. He's got a deficit of 6 points, though, in this game 3.
And here we go. You asked if Evans had a different gear to be reached. Harrison Brown so chilled out.
3-8.
But can he fire at the crucial time?
Point.
And a couple of easy service points here for Harrison Brown. Tom Evans just going back to his towel, taking a moment now. Just wanting to slow this one down.
4-8.
Watch for him to come straight into the kitchen after hitting this one. Well, outrageous gets from Tom Evans, but Harrison Brown, like a conductor in a choir, left to right, and the finish on the forehand to the left-hand side of the court.
And the crowds are singing his praises after that outrageous rally, Adam. As a result, we do see a timeout here from Tom Evans. I think he needs to have a breather. What an incredible rally. We're going to jump into a commercial break, ladies and gentlemen, and be back live here from our Game 3 of our Open Men's Singles straight after this.
You push yourself to perform. So do we. For over 25 years, investors have trusted Trilogy Funds to maximize income while preserving capital. So for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. Game 3 on the line. It is Monday, and medals are on the line as we have Harrison Brown firing at all the right times. Taking on Tom Evans. Ball in hand, has just had an outrageous rally after that timeout. Can he continue this momentum? And we've seen the correct usage of timeouts thus far from Tom Evans, Adam.
Yeah, well, he had, or has, should I say, the 3-point lead in this one, but when he lost serve, he was pretty quick to call the timeout, and coming out of the timeout, he's just regained serve now.
Oh, there we go. That's good for Evans. A fist bump. He enjoyed it.
Yeah, an easy point there. I think Harrison Brown might have expected to see that ball go down the exposed side of the court, but no, came back in the same direction.
And that's called wide. Brown has asked the question, confirmed from David J, our official that is out. We have a gold medal point here for Tom Evans. Not today. Harrison Brown brings it in once more. It would take a titanic effort to come back with a 5-point deficit on this Game 3.
5-10.
Whoa. I thought he was considering a dive there. Everything on the line for these players. And once more, Tom Evans, the current ranked #1 singles player in the Australian rankings, looking to secure a victory once more, and he has done it. The gold medal has been secured, and once more continues to hold his throne as the #1 ranked player, Tom Evans. For Harrison Brown, what a terrific effort. Taking this to a Game 3 here at KDV Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to bounce into a quick commercial break, and once we return, Adam Hall will be having an interview with gold medal winning recipient, Tom Evans.
You push yourself to perform. So do we. For over 25 years, investors have trusted Trilogy Funds to maximize income while preserving capital. So for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. Well, what a gold medal match we just witnessed there in the open men's singles at the Australian Pickleball Championships. It was an incredible match, folks. It went to 3 games. I'm standing here with our winner, Tom Evans. Congratulations, Tom, on that gold medal match. Mate, you had to do it the hard way. You went down in that first game, and Harrison Brown there, he was a bit of a giant killer. He took out our #2 seed in Andy Horridge. He took out our #3 seed in Mitchell Hargraves. He almost took out our #1 seed, but you came back in 3 games. How are you feeling?
Yeah, he's playing unbelievable. I knew it wasn't an easy match going in. I only saw him play a little bit just before the match, so I saw him playing. I knew it was going to be tough. But yeah, I mean, I'm feeling great.
And mate, we spoke about the semi-final. Obviously, you've doing really well in your pickleball. You've been on the scene now for about 18 months, and you had a really great start to the year over in the US. But now you've etched your name in history here in the Australian pickleball scene. Just tell me what that means to you now.
Yeah, I mean, it's surreal. I mean, just to get my name on, in the Australian Pickleball Championships winners' circle is great. I mean, I'll take that any day.
And mate, I'm sure there's been so many people who are supporting you, and I see some support here. Just tell us a bit about your support crew and how thankful you are to them to get you all the way through to a gold medal here.
Yeah, I mean, my trading partner and girlfriend, Helena, I mean, can't thank her enough. I mean, we train together every single day. Playing and competing together in mixed, it's, you can't beat it. And, Ron from NPL's here. We're representing NPL. He's amazing, the best. And yeah, I mean, Mitch and Betty came over at the end there to support, which is really, really nice of them. Unreal.
Well, mate, you are our gold medalist in the single men's open division. Congratulations. Your name is etched in history. It'll be there forever, mate. And we're so looking forward to many more years to come in your career. And to all yous tuned in from home, thank you so much for listening in. We're going to have one more gold medal match coming up very shortly at the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximize income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Have you ever slept in an igloo? Explored a city by tuk-tuk? Become friends with locals? You're about to on a small group explorations tour, averaging 16 people. Explore the world, from must-sees to local experiences designed just for small groups. Think small, because small groups do big things. Explorations by Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I have made, to move here to Keaton.
Big it up, big it up. Yeah. Here in my face. Yeah. Here we go, go. Yeah. We go, go. Yeah. We go, go. Play games like big it up, big it up. Yeah. Here we go.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Take a tour with Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918. Choose from 170 expertly planned and expertly led tours worldwide. The must-see sites of the destination as well as local experiences are included, with choice on tour and free time to explore your way. Embrace the freedom of guided travel with Collette.
I love life. I just enjoy every day more than the previous one.
I never had a woodwork shop like this one, like a kid in a toy shop, you know.
That's the best decision I have made, to move here to Keaton.
Big it up, big it up.
All your life you strive, trusting your experience, pushing yourself to perform. It's no surprise that you expect the same from your investments. For over 25 years, Trilogy Funds has been trusted by investors to maximise income while preserving capital. So, for income performance, invest with Trilogy Funds.
Have you ever slept in an igloo? Explored a city by tuk-tuk? Become friends with locals? You're about to on a small group explorations tour, averaging 16 people. Explore the world, from must-sees to local experiences designed just for small groups. Think small, because small groups do big things. Explorations by Collette, the best in guided travel since 1918.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. My name is Dylan Kimlin, and as you can see on our show cord here, we are actually about to get underway with a medal presentation. We've got some kids playing on our court as well. These tournaments are so much fun, aren't they? But this is actually the end of our broadcast for this six-day event. As we are having a medal presentation, we are more or less done with our medals for the broadcast. I'd just like to give a big thank you to all of you, as well as all of the players in the Player Village, at the KDV Sports Bar and KDV Sports Lounge. We've had an absolutely wonderful time showcasing all of the top players in the Australian pickleball scene for you all. Remember, if you want to catch this footage later, to do so via the Pickleball Australia YouTube channel. If you haven't followed the Pickleball Australia Facebook page yet, get on it. You'll have all the information there as well. And there'll be a ton of photos coming through from Foxhall Photography. Big shout out to Paul, who's done a tireless job just ensuring that everyone gets amazing photos. If you are a player that wants to receive those photos, keep an eye out. Pickleball Australia will send through all the relative information for you. It looks like we have Brendan, Kath and Adam on the middle of the court, and Jen Rammer Murphy, the president, bopping around as usual, about to get underway with our medals. But we would just like to give a big final thank you. Adam and I have had such a pleasure showcasing all of these wonderful games for you all, from para to junior, singles, mixed and gendered doubles. From Dave, myself and Adam, he's just here, there he is, a big thumbs up. We'd like to once again give you a big thank you for the 2024 Trilogy Funds Australian Pickleball Championships. The stream will close down and we hope you have yourself a lovely evening.